died. Then died until come night. Then children in their sights. And they don't out until they're blind. Howdy, everybody. Yeah, I don't feel good. I'm being put on meds for more sinus issues. Oh Lord, this earth was made for us singing. Oh Lord, this sinful life just ain't enough. They don't hear the voice and don't choice. Take your rifle by your side. And bonds and they'll have tanks, then with money in their banks. And if them down as we won't die. Hello, Wolf. I was just about to send it to you. Full by your side, singing, oh Lord, this earth was made for us, singing, oh Lord, this sinful life just ain't enough. Yeah, it's a Monster Hunter day. I don't feel good, and I gotta get armor farmed out for recording purposes soon. It was made for us, singing. If you're sick, why are you streaming? Because I don't have anything better to do besides sweep. Not like sweep, like sleep. I fall by your side. Then sleep, you dingus. No, you're not my real dad. I witnessed a chemitress beat up a Gravios to the point the Gravios ran away in fear. Nice. Animals are weird in general. Yes, they are. You're not my real dad. You can't make me go to bed. Down the road and down the tree. Got that feeling like I'm losing control. Whoa, I'm finally losing it all. I'll tell your mom. Good luck. Good luck doing that. She already knows what I'm doing. Also, she's with my sister helping with taxes. Also, the title is kind of a lie. We're farming, we're farming Jiwoo. And down and I paint it up. Whoa, got the feeling like I'm losing control. Whoa, that I'm babbling, losing it all. There are black flamingos. I know that flamingos are basically like flamingos are. They get their color not from like birth. They're like sacrets. Their color comes from their diet. Their color largely comes from their diet, and their diet consists normally of pink things. So they end up with the coloration of pink. But you can find flamingos that are black. You can find ones that are light red. You can find flamingos in just about every color. No son than tough of anybody else in a hearse. Oh, the crown. Then violently chased me for 2 minutes until I was able to blind it and run away. But I'm guessing tempered. Read kobolds on trenchcoat time. Don't touch the kobolds in a trench coat. Dun 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 dun. He 2 is entitled carrying 3. 3 is entitled not to be 3 kobolds in a trench coat. Dun 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 kobolds in a trench coat. Dun 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 carrying 3. Dun 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 carrying 3. Dun 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 not to be 3 kobolds in a trench coat. Then kobolds in a trench coat. Dun carrying 3 inside, carrying 3. Not to be 3 kobolds in a trench coat. See, I'm listening to your favorite song. You can't be mad at me automatically. Idle King. Chemitrace is my favorite monster that was introduced in this game. I know it was. You are chicken crazy. Guaranteed 3 inside, carrying 3. And not to be 3 kobolds in a trench coat. We need a parody of this that is made, that's 7 cats in a trench coat. Set to the beat of Bohemian Rhapsody. To be 3 kobolds in a trench coat. Three kobolds in a trench coat. 25 watch streak. We need basil. We need basil. We need basil geese in this game. We don't want basil. I will accept basil geese if it's less annoying with the bomb spam. Edge coat. A 25 watch streak. Dang, man. It's a not way the road. They'll not you know should the road then time. Yeah, I'll do this for a bit and then we'll probably go to Metaphor. Oh, by the way, Decaf, I am saving the entirety of Metaphor, so when you have the time, we can cut it together and basically do just one large supercut. How goes the memification of Dark Souls? You feed the machine, I cannot back down to the knees. Yeah, no, I'm saving metaphors so when we can work together to cut it together. Ah. Well, you have your own job, so that's expected. No, you can't hit me. We're gonna. Hey, you feed the machine, right on back down to their knees, no time to waste, none to taste, none today, and then, hey, you poison the well, don't take the hill. Yeah, today is one of those days where we're getting Cat singing because Cat is having a moment. You feed the machine, I go back down to the knees, and no time to waste, time to taste. Nothing back live today is like, hey, you poison the well, I go back to break the hell. I said, no, world in your hands, nice to know ya. Something dead, come on. But I gotta go back to work. Be safe. Don't do anything I wouldn't do, and don't do anything I would do. AKA, act like a rational human. Yeah, look low, I look everywhere we go. And then sinners die and they won't hide. They look dumb, they'll come fast, and they come dark and then we'll last. Keep your rifle by your side, singing, oh Lord, this earth was made for us, singing, oh Lord, the time from life just ain't enough. They have to take a stand, they must protect our land. Keep your rifle by your side. Night, that our children in their sights. Have you ever seen a Bird of Paradise? I've seen a Bird of Paradise card for Magic the Gathering, but I've never seen one IRL. Money in the banks. Since we won't hide. Temptate. That won't get past the gate. Take your rifle by your side. How about a video of one? I have not. I have not seen, like, an IRL Bird of Paradise. I know they look cool. That's about it. I'm getting tapping in response to my singing. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Your rifle by my side. I'll keep my rifle by my side. I must sound like a dead parakeet then. I just love doing the tappy taps. And I turn so, then so, then they so stay on time. You just love doing tappy taps. I will eventually get one for, you know what? I have an idea. I have to contact Critter. I'll have to contact Critter about the idea of the tappy tap. But yeah, no, I have to go. I have to go to VGen today after some stuff clears my bank because I have I want Critter to make 2 emotes for the puppers. One for Tessa, one for Shirley. One in every 20,000 Birds of Paradise is a hybrid. Like, hybrid between what? Are we talking Borderlands 1 hybrid where it's just nonsense? Or are we talking, like, an actual, like, genetic delineation to what the hybrid normally is? Oh, my weary soul. That's a time before. Fire to the soul. Then no sweet providence. And savings for ourselves. From our consequence. Grading day hug. Oh my. It's oh my weary soul. No sweet providence. And save us from ourselves. From our consequence. Grinding day. Yeah. It's grinding day. Forgot, I have 87 gold corium. I have 190, 143 Narcilla parts. Today. And see if I still feel us on the pain. The only thing I feel. A needle as a hole. The old familiar of Spain. The knee that's on the way. Then ember everything. What have I become? Are you missing guiding lands? Yes. I am missing the guiding lands. That's not even a joke, I am. Unironically, I miss the grinding lands. Yeah, unironically, I'm actually missing the grinding lens. That's not that. I'm not even joking. I am. This crown of thorns, and done 9 years chair. The broken hearts, and I didn't have despair. Hello. Okay. 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 Mm-hmm. Just, No. No, thank you. Okay. Love you, bye. like Wild kind of doesn't have a proper endgame. No, it doesn't. It lacks a proper endgame, and that really does hurt it in the end. Start again. A million miles away. And I would leap myself. And I would find a way. Probably they save it for the expansion. Oh, probably. They're probably just... They're banking on the fact that people will buy the expansion no matter what. Because they have a bunch of content creators who make content on this game. And the people who we hold, and not her flowing died, and then our home. But it looks like people scraping. But it looks like people scraping bottom of the barrel. Oh, they are. They are. A lot of people are scraping the very bottom of the barrel for content to play with this. For content to play with this game. They are. Like, it's not even a joke. They are. Night in the danger we fall, and another flowing dart, and then they call our home. And that's like the massive downside about releasing games unfinished. Yes, you can do a lot with live updates, but live updates really only work if you release, you know, a finished product. We fall and we all lift. We all lift together. Together. So we all lift. Together. Together. The puppy's getting water. Oh, Mr. Brightside's playing. Nice. That means Wild's gonna close up with Arc-Tempered Jihad. Do you like chickadees? Is that a chicken? Is that a chicken? Can it be made into chicken nuggets? Yes, I may or may not have a vendetta against birds in general. Birds are the only animal that does not like me. Mr. Blue. And blue sky, for so long. Yeah, they're gonna be wrapping up with Arc-Tempered Jindahad and Arc-Tempered Arkveld. Which, okay, if they want to do that, cool. But here's the thing: Arc-Tempered is scraping the bottom of the barrel. I know people are gonna go like, no, it's not. Yeah, it is. It's just rehashed content. It's not new. It's just rehashed content. That's a massive issue with this game, is they just reuse the same content over and over and over again. Chickadees are adorable, tiny little flying birds. Are they chicken nugget worthy? Mr. Blue, the nights and do, and the dots and the do, the touching you. Actually, I'm gonna call my mother 1 second. I don't care if I go down. I got divine blessing on my back. I have a question for you. Can you just pick up some egg drop soup while you're there? I can literally drink it. And then, like, if you want to... Yeah, that works. I can just drink that, and it has the protein I need. We can do that too. I'm just thinking if that makes sense. I will. I know. My body is like, you know what would go good with egg drop soup? Fried rice, but no, I don't want to choke. I don't want to choke. Choking right now is not going to be fun. It's going to be excessively painful. Last night, just trying to eat my salad was painful. Okay. Love you, bye. I will have dinner with protein in it today. Woo. You're like the size of nuggets, so probably not. That's power up monster in general. Yeah, I understand people like the Arc Tempereds, but the thing is, the people who like the Arc Tempereds are the people who like Savage Omega. AKA people who play this game chronically. What made monster fights really fun in the past was interesting mechanics. That's what made really fun monster fights, is when you had interesting mechanics. You no longer have that. Ow, my throat. You no longer have, like, the super interesting and cool mechanics. Instead, you just have bigger, stronger monster, does more damage, more tanky. It's faster. There's nothing really... There's nothing there to delineate it. There's nothing there that separates it from what it could be. No handlebars, no handlebars. I can ride my bike with no handlebars, no handlebars. Me, look at me, and that's like a massive issue with modern games. I'm not saying just Monster Hunter. I'm saying modern games in general rely too much on the idea of we'll just make our content damage sponges. We'll make it so it's like they can take as much damage as possible, they deal as much damage as possible, and they move as fast as possible. That was my grievance with World late game. Because if you weren't playing with multiple people, the game was designed... Iceborne was designed around having multiple people. Like, that's not even a joke. It just was. That was a massive thing about... That was a massive thing about Iceborne. Iceborne was designed with the sheer intent and purpose for specifically multiple people in one area. Multiple hunters. Preferably a team of 4. You can tell by the way the fights are designed. You can tell by the way the fights run as well. Man, the armor out of them and looks like a ton of rainbows. That reminds me, I should make my armor... I should go back to Samus Aran. At least Sunbreak power-up monster is fun. That's the thing. Sunbreak did actually pretty good on how they did monsters. Like, they made them feel more unique. Scope through a telescope, through a telescope. Cost in a holocaust. They actively made monsters feel more unique in Sunbreak by having the anomaly monsters. They weren't the bog standard monsters. They had new moves. They had everything that made them interesting with new mechanics and new moves. They weren't damage sponges. Some of them were. Majority of them weren't. Like, you're not going to get me to praise that fight that has 1 cart and 2 of the hardest monsters in the entire game. You will never see me praise that fight. And gold. And sleep. Uranium fever, and let me down. Uranium fever, and all around. Lost, I'm weirdly correct on a lot of things. It's just, usually it takes time for me to be proven correct. That's one of those really fun things. On a lot of things, I'm usually right. It just takes time. I am the I believe in the definition of conspiracy theory is not conspiracy theory, it's conspiracy truth. It just takes 5 years. And then big. And then say uranium fever, it's on to take me down. Uranium fever, it's on all around. And that encounter in my hand, then out of government land. Uranium fever, and something take me down. And then 6 by 17 other guys. I need one that gives me a gem. Parents ought to take me down. Uranium fever, something all around. And that a counter in my hand, and I don't take some government land. Uranium fever's coming at me down. Oh, by the way, I can turn dogs on now. Puppies! It's the puppies! The town of Armor-Free rode a stranger one fine day. The dogs around him didn't have much to much. Dared to make his business, no one dared to make a slip. Then danger with fun and had a big iron on his hip. It's technically, if you go by what was supposed to happen, it was supposed to be God Eater 0. That's the thing about God Eater, is Code Vein was supposed to be basically a branch off project of God Eater. Code Vein was supposed to be. Its original name in development was God Eater 0. You can tell me 4, and there's still random 1 to 19 more. 1 and 19 more. But yeah, that was supposed to be its development title. It was turned into a different... It was changed name-wise to be more fitting to the title, as far as I know. Be more fitting to the gameplay and story, but the thing is, that's why you have the origami there. It's not just a reference to GE. Specifically, like, the GE design that appears in GE 1. It was meant to be, like, a direct connection to the franchise itself. To basically say, hey, they take place in the same world. People all around the world had different ideas of how you combat the origami. And let's just say, some of it wasn't the best. It's why, like, it's very much alluded to that the revenants of Code Vein are basically humans injected with revenants, with origin cells. Which is basically why they need to devour a bunch of things which is why they need to devour blood just to survive. Meaning they could eat entire people and probably be more satiated, but odds are they would progressively start to get more and more turned. And we see that within the monsters because, again, it is emotion that is largely tied to the functionality of the origin cells. It is both emotion and the innate reaction of the body. Still a massive threat. GE, like, most of the world's gone because of the origami. The world's mostly gone. It's basically localized areas of survivors at that point. And the reason why Shio had to disappear in GE1 is because the origami are literally turning into basically a super organism beyond Supercell. To where they could just, destroy all of existence. That's literally Shio's storyline. She's basically the queen. Yeah, Code Vein is just one of those. One of the things that people tried to combat the origami. Here's the thing: Code Vein 2 completely forsakes any connection to GE. Either it forsakes all connections it had, and basically is a reboot. And I'm like, man, half the fun was seeing just how interesting the world is. Like, that was half the fun of specifically the GE franchise. And I know people tend not to like it, but, like, seeing just what can happen if people use origin cells, in my mind, is such an interesting time frame. And I wish someone would create a franchise like GE and basically go full in on the idea of, yeah, no, things are just inhuman now. You have surviving humans, but to survive the world, you have to become somewhat inhuman. That's the thing. It didn't feel like the same world intentionally because it was a different route people went. That was its entire point narratively. It went a different route where instead of developing god arcs, people decided to become the thing that could kill them. Where instead of having to be tied to a weapon that can kill you, it was, well, what if we just become that weapon? And very quickly, people found out, you become like the thing you are trying to kill. The reason the God Eater world, like, the overall world of the first 3 GE games feels so hostile is because there's no veil. The veil was created intentionally to prevent revenants from escaping. And in turn, you're dealing with the consequences of humans wanting to become the thing that could kill Aragami. Instead of dealing with the Aragami directly, you're dealing with the thing. That is what happens when you become one. Basically, the easiest way to put it is the entire thing. The entire narrative Code Vein is is the hubris of humanity. That's the easiest way to put it. It is the hubris of humanity thinking they could kill something that is basically unkillable. And to become the thing that could kill this somewhat unkillable thing, they themselves lost their humanity to hubris. Like, the narrative of Code Vein is very different from the narrative of the first 3 GE games. With the first 3 GE games, you feel the need for humanity's survival because they're out in the open world, where Code Vein is localized. So, the 16 ton. I'm darn tired. Wolf, if you need to put the kids down for a nap, I'd say take a nap as well. 16 ton. Get. As far as we know, we don't know if it takes after a certain game or is being done simultaneously. We don't fully know. I have my suspicion where it takes place between 2 and 3 or 1 and 2 because of the design for specifically the Vajra, but that can be completely done to the updated model of Vajras in every game at this point. So realistically, it could be any one of them. And you gotta remember, like, one of the story beats for the first one of Resurrection is specifically you're fighting a Vajra, and that Vajra has an updated model to be in line with 2. Because 2 did an updated model for Vajra, and then the updated model for Vajra got a revamp that
is near identical, but just done better for 3. So we truthfully don't know when Code Vein takes place. All we know is Code Vein is in the same universe. In that it's basically one of the experiments that led to massive consequences. I just did. It's such a fight, and we're trying to transfer the baby to her crib from the bassinet. I can't sleep during the day, honestly. It sucks. I mean, yeah. They probably gave up. Yeah, they did. Code Vein 2 is going to be a reboot. We already know this. It was confirmed that they are getting rid of all connection to the GE franchise and basically rebooting it from the very beginning. They are changing the entire narrative that was that the Queen was a normal revenant that then lost control and became something entirely inhuman. Because the revenants are still quote unquote human. But they're just but they live off the sustenance of other people requiring blood to survive. Specifically, the Queen became something else and became something that looked human but was not even close to human. She basically became a version of Shio, which I always realized that from like the narrative that once the Aragami showed up, she was basically another Shio that was man-made. Basically, yeah, advanced vampire, but more so in the terms of a vampire who truly has no humanity left. Which, that was one of my favorite talking points about Code Vein, was what is truly human? Are the Revenants still human? Are they separate from humanity now that they require blood to sustain themselves? It was one of my favorite talking points that people brought up, and it was and then also brought up in game about it wasn't called Sanctum. I forget what it was called. Oh, we got a knockdown. Cool. Result in that in you.
Dun 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 boy dun 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 hide. Dun 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 dun. Made of gold, and if you lose, and devil get your soul. I'm surprised how Code Vein has depth. I thought it was a simple. I thought it was a simple system. It's not. It's actually pretty dang complicated when you want to get into it. The nuanced complexity of Code Vein is why I really enjoy its combat system. Basically unlimited respecs. Yep. Not to lie, it also gives you the ability to make a wizard with a big bonking stick. That's how I run. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 whoa. Dun 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 dun. She is lying down with her belly in the air. She knows how does she know? How? I was about to take a photo of her. And run. Dang it, I wanted to get a photo of her. And lights and down. Just grand. It's like she knows when I'm gonna take a photo of her. I'm still scared to open bullet editing. Bullet editing is so fun, man. Okay, in the first two games, bullet editing is really fun. Bullet editing in 3, not so much. There's a reason why I have held off doing the gun-only run for Code Vein, because Code Vein 1 and 2 gun-only would be really fun. Gun-only for Code Vein 3 would be difficult. Not Code Vein, for GE3 would basically be impossible. They broke its real. They realize it broken. Oh yeah, it was super broken. Hello. Okay. No. I forgot they're closed on Mondays. Okay. Okay, so... Okay, love you.
I don't want to listen to Bella Ciao. I don't. YouTube, what the heck? What the heck are you thinking, YouTube? Southern Queen from her land, and loud her the seasons of tonight, the powers willingly we roll. Yo ho, all hands, hoist the colors high. Heave ho, thieves and beggars, ever shall we die. Thank you, Wolf. So God Eater 3, our conclusion to GE. I wish it wasn't, but odds are it is. Odds are we are never getting that sequel that we want. Yo ho, all hands, hoist the colors high. Leave home thieves and beggars. But the ending is satisfying? Not really. Not really. Yo ho, all gather, hoist the colors high. Heave ho, thieves and beggars, never shall we die. It got a conclusion with specifically new types. With 2 was really supposed to be like, I think, the idea of an ending, but they made a third game because they wanted to. So now we have to figure out, where does 3 fit into the timeline? Is it after 1? Is it before? Oh no, it has to be after 2 because Soma's there. And Soma is a grown adult in that one. That was me being stupid. Thieves and beggars, never shall we die. Like, it took a DLC for... It took a DLC for us to realize what the heck Soma was doing out of the Far East. F-16, and F-16.
Then the whale jumped up down to I stole an F-16. And then the lines through. I stole an F-16. And I stole an F-16. And I stole an F-16. Stole an F-16. An F-16. And I stole an F-16. An F-16. You are somewhat mentioned, but you're mentioned as passerby. You're mentioned as a passerby, while also just because your character can be male or female. You're basically just referred to as that God Arc Wielder. Sister, Okay. John. At least for a small moment. Some games like it. Yeah, the first game is. 2 and 3 are not. Arkveld is dead. Hey, I got a gem. Lord, and then march us right through Eden's Gate. Skyrim, you just shout. You shout, shout, let it all out. Ooh. I can do this song. Fallout 4 don't count. Fallout 4 don't count as a Fallout game. Same with 76. West Virginia, Blue Ridge Mountains, Shenandoah River. I've been older, older than the trees, older than the mountains. I went like a wheeze, the 3 roads take me home to the place I belong, West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home, country roads. And I'm ready, that's me, the night to the water. Musty, and on the star, the moonshine, and in my eye, the country roads. Okay, so here's the thing about Country Road segment. It's not about West Virginia. It's about Western Virginia. There's a difference. there's a difference. Once was a ship that went to sea, and name ship was the Billy O.T. The bound her up and bowed it down, oh blow my belly, blow, blow. Soon may the wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tugging is done, we'll take our leave and go. They've been 2 weeks from shore, and on board right there bore. The captain called all hands and swore we'd take that whale in tow. Soon may the wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tugging is done, we'll take our leave and go. Da 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 da. Though the boat hit the water, whale's tail came up and caught her, and side and boned and fought her when she died down low. Soon may the wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tugging is done, we'll take our leave and go. Then was got no whale was free, the captain's mind was not of greed, that belonged to the wellerman's creed, and took the ship in tow. Soon may the weatherman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tugging is done, we'll take our leave and go. Da 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 da. 30 days and even more, the whale's like and taught once more, that the last and only 4 until the whale did go. Soon may the wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tugging is done, we'll take our leave and go. The fight's still on, the tide's not cut, and the whale's not gone. Take no thoughts and down, two and all. Soon may the wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tugging is done, we'll take our leave and go. The weathermen come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tugging is done, I'll take our leave and go. I am not on console, I am on PC. I do not own any consoles now. Besides a broken Game Boy, and I'm gonna fix that thing up because I want to. Mainly because I want to put a Game Boy in it and then run, like... I want to run the version, the Game Boy card that lets... I want to run an emulator on it. Not really an emulator. I want to run the R... I think it's the Game Boy version of the R4. Blacksmith, forge me a blade. Dun, 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 dun.
I normally would be playing on the squad server, the squad room right now, but here's the thing. This game has been highly unstable since the update. This game has been really unstable since the update. Finally finished One Piece Season 1. Okay, One Piece or the One Piece? Because there's multiple.
Forge me a blade. Dun, 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 you.
I want to run a D&D game where magic doesn't exist. I mean, it does, but, like, the idea of it is akin to the Igniters from Metaphor Refantasio, where magic is kind of a lost art that requires you to use devices to activate magic, to be able to use magic. I kind of want to do that, but then that'd be like an Eberron. I want to do it in like I would do it in an Eberron style setting. And if someone really wants to play like a magic class, they would most likely start with almost like a unique igniter that contains the spells that they have. And instead of gaining spells every level, they would gain the usage of that tier of spell. But at that point, they would have to like figure out who can they get to ascribe new magic into an igniter type of situation. It'd be a really weird setup. Have Labubu use attack +1. No. Labubu can go die in a hole. I really hope... This sounds hilarious. I kind of hope that the short-barreled rifle challenges go through and they become no longer federally regulated. And then I can come... and then where I live can change... I almost said where I live. But if you know the chats, you understand where I already am. But you also understand I will... I will make you not have a pleasant day if you randomly showed up at my house. I kind of wish short-barreled rifle legislation changes, because if so, buddy, I am contacting an engineer. I am going to make a PDW version of the 380 SIG P360 365. I will most likely contact someone who can make a 3D model for 3D printing, test it a bit, figure out durability, weak points, stuff that needs to change, and basically make a 365 frame that people can put a stock on. And then make it so it fits in a holster. You know what? I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna contact someone if they can make that.
Dun 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 lose. Dun 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 dun. No, I'm still standing, and I haven't been like a true survivor. And I'm still standing all this time. On my mind, I'm still standing. Oh no, cat noises.
You're not you when you're hungry.
We've been turned into cat noises. We must go meow 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 meow. Hydrate. Okay, drink some of my drink. Have a car license make your vehicle attack plus 100. Oh my. Plus, I think if you made a low magic world, it would put more on crafting skills than anything, and I really like crafting skills. Because it makes the party have to think about, okay, how do they make money to get the materials for crafting? What do they do? What do they don't do? It leads to a more interesting game in my mind. When you have a player or one or two players focused on crafting skills. Which, in many cases, a lot of people don't focus on crafting skills. Which is kind of sad. Because crafting is probably one of the most interesting aspects to a Dungeons & Dragons game that people overlook. Have a buff if you drink alcohol, crit chance by 50%. That would be broken. That would be drunken fist level broken. but have a chance to die. That's a no. That's a no. Okay, my Guardian Blood is at max. I need more wing plates, and I need more of those. Need to get the gems. Arkveld is probably... I'm trying to get the armor that takes the longest to craft out of the way right now. And then I'll have to do Zoshia for some of the stuff. No, Guardian Pelt requires me to do Deshugama. I have to do Deshugama. Guardian Deshugama. Have divine blessings. I'll probably work out a system for it. Why is student always related to furry? I don't know. I don't like the artwork. I don't like the new armor. I don't like the new clothing they did for Alma, Eric, and Gemma. I'm not a fan of it. I find it horrible in my mind. I think I found a way to make it work. Cool, we got someone who was able to pull off the mount. I'm taking salvo off this. I need to be able to rebuild my meter very quickly. It's not going all that easily. Yeah, I'm gonna take a salvo. I'm gonna take the salvo gem off. Well, they died. As I smack the wingtip. I gotta break the wing. Armor plate, that's fine. Oh no, I have a way to do it. I'm going to use an existing system. I'm just making a world. I'm using an existing system is the thing.
Okay. Okay, rank 8, Dragon Infusion, okay. Yeah, you can save yourself a lot of time without having to worry about balancing as long as you don't stray too much from the original system. I need more wing. I need more of this, and then I can start doing all of this. Switch held weapon, there we go. I'm going to remove salvo and put focus on. Let me go let the dogs out. I'll be back. Hey, settle! Settle! Settle!
I'm still here. I'm gonna go make a glass of tea, so I'll be back in about a minute or two.
I'm back. Need to open my window a bit. I sincerely don't think I'll ever get through Pantheon 3. You can do it. You can do it. I believe in you. I believe in you. You got this. Okay. Love you. My mother's heading back out. Now I gotta bounce off the jellyfish. Yep, you gotta bounce off the jellyfish. Remember, using your spells is genuinely a benefit in most of those fights. There's a reason why magic is considered one of the strongest things in Hollow Knight. Sorry.
So then tomorrow we will go grocery.
Okay.
Try texting Trixie again and see if she
Okay.
responds.
I will.
Then we'll have to pick a day.
Okay. Had to talk to family. Oh, great. It's three Pogon users. We gotta break the wings. Okay. Keep hitting the wings so I can start recovering my charge. Hello, faithful. I don't have lurk working right now. Dance and Appa.
Okay. Arkveld's head... Arky's head got broken. Okay. Oh, there's no meteor for me to throw at it. Down I go into the great blue yonder. Heal. Oh, we got a power clash. Here we go. Don't go for the capture. Okay. Okay. That's fine. I got one. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, my room's cooled down a bit. Gonna just do this really quickly. Okay. His bird turns into a nice little spear. Double at your feet. He turned down the man, down at your feet. Double. Double's got you beat. I need 4 more. Oh, camera broke. Okay, camera broke. Lean on to my devil's at your feet. Then devil. The devil's got you beat. Let's do this. I have a feeling Faithful's about to go live. There we go. I evaded that. Okay. Yeah, I don't know how people go for like 8, 12 hours a day streaming. Okay, we got our breaker coming in. Okay. Yeah, having focus on is a lot more useful because my rapid fire stays up longer. And you want the rapid fire for the damage. Okay. That's the Ko-Fi link posted. I need to break your wings. just hit it with this for right now. Oh, that refills it. Dang it. Okay, it's running away. It's fine. Okay. It got paralyzed. Okay, that did not go how I wanted it. Zero way of wanting how I wanted it. Hold up, it's right. I need to go here. There we go. It's that one. I need to break this one now. Okay. Got it. Nice. That's good. I got what I need. There's a chance I'll get the 2 remainder from this mission. And then we can go do the apexes. Okay. Okay. Got 1. And I got 2 of those. So, what do we need? Do I need one more? I need one. Okay. Question, does beating the Pantheon with the bindings on do anything? I don't know. I don't necessarily know that answer. Yeah, this is where I start getting quiet because my throat is not liking me right now from singing earlier, just to keep myself distracted. I have some tea right next to me. It's just cooling down. Okay, I moved my foot you were lying on, okay? She's using my foot as a pillow. It's very hot right now. Oh, she moved over because she was angry that I moved my foot. Told me twice and then you're gonna stop and then nice. They once he told me twice and then you're gonna stop then nice. I do. I have it. I have some expensive honey that I put in my tea right now. And if I'm still going by the 4-hour mark, I will need to get up and make some noodles for food. Because I'm just gonna eat some chicken soup tonight for dinner. No egg drop, place was closed. So, does anyone here know the weak point, the best possible weak point to shoot with bowgun in the Gogmazios fight? Or is that yet to be discovered yet? I don't know this game, so I can't say. So, game, so no, lol. Okay. Worth asking. Oh yeah, after I finish Metaphor ReFantasio, I am probably gonna start the Final Fantasies 1 through 6 with the Crystal Remaster. And I may or may not be doing the first, and I may or may not have a plan for when I get to the second one. I'm totally not just gonna be punching my own party. Asian Andy. Some of these names. It is I, Asian Andy. It's like, that's like naming yourself Mexican Mark. Okay. So it's gonna be the wing arms. Okay. That's the worst hit zone to go after because it's just gonna be too dang difficult to hit. We got Asian Andy, Mexican Mark, Honduras Jose. No, it's Honduran Jose, and then we have... It's good for Pierce, but the thing is, here there's basically no piercing gun with dragon damage. A good amount of dragon damage, so you're stuck running an Arton gun, which is the issue. I think the only Pierce gun that gets a decent damage type for Dragon, I think, is Gormagala? I could be wrong. It could be Arkveld. I don't remember. Because once you hit phase 3, you have to land your dragon shots. Oh yeah, there's another one besides the 3 that I listed. There's also Puerto Rico Pete. Okay, I got what I need. Hey! Oh. Yeah, to those new here, sneezing is painful for me, so you will hear me say "ow" after a sneeze occasionally. I'm not a fan of the new Switch X. I mean, I played Switch X akin to knowing when and when not to use sword mode, but it's one of those things. I'm not a fan of new Switch X. Okay. Yeah, you want the version where it starts with the sword and then it goes to axe. I wish they would bring that back as well. I can transcend it. We are now transcended on my Arkveld piece. Upgrade from box. 8 total. Oof. What's required to transcend my arm? Yeah, that's a lot. I think they just reversed the effects of sword mode onto axe mode. Make it have like akin to dot damage as it goes through the enemy, akin to charge blade. I think that'd be nice. So now it's time to go to the inclemency period of Oil Well Basin. Which, hey, since I'm doing Oil Well Basin, I might as well farm out my brain just stopped for a second. Arc Tempered New Udra. My brain just stopped for a moment. Since you're here, I heard there's a Gogmazio somewhere around. Yeah, I am not doing Gogmazios until I'm set up properly, and that means I have to get my armor transcended. And I already have the gun for it. It's just I'm literally using it. Oh, hey, do you know if when you turn your bowgun into a Gogmazios bowgun, does it get more rapid fire options, or is it still just normal and the two elements that and the element that made it? Because if I can get piercing on this, you know how nice that would be as a rapid fire option? Game, let me move! Joke's on you, I'm not gonna let you hit me. Okay. Because I'm trying to find. I've been trying to find stuff about the new Udra, not about new Udra, about the Gog Mazios bowguns, and I can't find consistent answers. Nor can I find any answers actually, because most people are only focusing about the armor. Oh, by the way, I have some friends who I might be able to, that we might set aside a day of the week to do a full playthrough of a world together. Because she's never played Monster Hunter before, and I want her to play a Monster Hunter that's, you know, fun. Faithful, if you're still here, that's Critter. I got Critter Monster Hunter World. Wilds is a fun Monster Hunter? No. I'm literally just playing it right now for content. Because I got shorts content that I need to record for it. Wilds is a good monster fighter. It's not a good monster hunter. In a vacuum, it's passable now. It's decent. It's not the best. It's not the worst. Here's the thing about World. You're still hunting. You are actively tracking the monster. And the combat, yes, it's pushed a little too far from the norm of the older gens, but you're still actively hunting the monster. You're not hunting the monster in this game. The monster is full force, just shown on your map, and you have a secret that takes you to it automatically. The actual tracking and trying to find the monster in the first place is one of those things that is kind of required to be called hunting. Like, they have paintballs in this game for no reason. For no reason. It's literally just a useless item. Here's the thing about older gen Monster Hunter, though. Older gen Monster Hunter, you still did a variation of tracking. You actively had to find the monster through the areas, which then required you to throw a paintball at it. Again, I point to the fact that there are paintballs in this game. For no reason. Literally the secret just takes you to it. And that's when you know where the spawn is. If you don't know where the spawn is, you are actively having to go around the map trying to find the monster. Part of hunting is memorizing what your prey does. Yeah, because pack hunts are usually done with monsters that are extremely annoying to fight in packs. Don't get me started on the 5 Kutku on the 5 Kutku investigation. That gets really annoying. Same thing with the 3 Hirabami, the 3 Blaganga, stuff like that. Why am I using fire? So again, I make the statement. Paintballs. Literally a useless item and a waste of code. You're not hunting in this game. You are just literally the Sacrete takes it to you. There's no need to actually try to find the monster. No need to learn its patterns and where it goes, what it does. There's no need for that. There's ways you can modernize Monster Hunter without taking away the thing that made it Monster Hunter. There's ways to do it. There genuinely is. It's just a matter of... Capcom is... They're not sticking to the base formula and adding upon the base formula. It's losing its foundation. As a game, it's losing the foundation that built it. That's the entire. That's my entire thing. Is if you're gonna make changes to the have sequels, use the foundation you built and build up upon it. Don't just abandon it. Okay, and it's a valid criticism. It's a valid criticism, Maya. If you're gonna build something up just to abandon it, there's no point in actually building it up. It's like put it this way. It's like what they did. It's the same opinion I have for Elden Ring. They spent so much time building up a base formula that worked that they could add upon and modify to make work. And then Elden Ring came out and basically said, yeah, all those rewards you got for actually completing challenges, yeah, it's just spread throughout the open hub world. So there's no reward for actually beating a boss anymore. There's no reward for it. All of the reward for the challenge you face is gone. It's just difficulty for difficulty's sake now. That's my main criticism of FromSoft. Because they build things up and then they just like, you know what? We're just gonna abandon it. If something is worthy building up, you don't just abandon it. Again, I'll use an analogy from the firearms world. For so much time, they built up auto-loading shotguns. And they made systems that really dang well work to make them function. It's not worth abandoning those systems just because you can. How's the hunt going? Decent enough. Someone should tell Bethesda that. Yeah, that's... with frickin' Skyrim. Yeah. Skyrim is a perfect example of just... straight up just being milked to death. And they've stuck with the same old Skyrim formula since Skyrim, if you can't tell, by the way. And here's the thing. They stuck with it in a bad way. Nothing was built up. And just... they stuck with the same old part of it that's bad. They didn't improve upon it. They didn't make it better. They didn't actively advance the bad aspect. They didn't advance the bad aspects to turn them into good aspects while leaving the good intact. This is why I'd rather see new IP rather than using an existing IP that has a well-known and well-structured formula that can be that can have additions but not modifications to the very core that made that formula what it is. Because at that point, you're just using name recognition to get what you want. And again, people can say, oh, they've been saying this for X amount of time. Here's the thing. It's a valid criticism. That's the distinction. It's a valid criticism that can't just be waved off as, oh, you just don't like it. It's like, no. It's a valid criticism. It's like what they did with Dungeons and Dragons. Legitimately. Look at 3.5 and then look at 5e. Basically, all the customization options are gone, purely so they could have a bigger audience. And then what happened? They spent years, literal years, rebuilding all the customization options people wanted. It's almost like if you modify your core foundation too much, bad things happen. And you should leave the core foundation of your the core foundation that you built alone. It's the reason Final Fantasy 1 through 6 are really good. Same thing with 7, 8, and 9. Same with 10. You ever hear about people talking about the memorable Final Fantasy games? You always hear 10, 7, 8, 9, 6, 3. You don't hear, well, it's 15, it's 7 remake, it's 16. You don't hear that. You don't hear that. I've always heard 13. I have no idea who you're talking to because as much as I love 13, I will flat out lambast it as it is a bad Final Fantasy game. It's a fun game in a vacuum. It's not a good Final Fantasy game. That's just being true. 14 is because of MMO junkies. Weirdly enough, they made a decent MMO. Oh, that's 16. Yeah, 16 in a vacuum. It's a game that's decent. It's not a Final Fantasy game. Yeah, 15 and 16. Everything from, like, 13 forward. In a vacuum, they can be good games. In a vacuum. But they're not Final Fantasy because, again, they rebuked their foundation that built the franchise. It's again name recognition. It's again name recognition is being used to sell the product. Again, I point to Final Fantasy 15 because Final Fantasy 15 genuinely didn't have an ending until a DLC you had to pay for. And then 16 literally starts with an on-rails section. That should be a showing in enough that it is only a Final Fantasy game in name recognition only. Even Final Fantasy VII, when they did their quote-unquote on-rails section, you could fail it, and the story wouldn't just progress. You'd lose out on quite a bit, actually. When in the train segment in the original Final Fantasy VII, you'd lose out on a lot. Same thing with Neo Bahamut. You could fail to get Neo Bahamut, and well, congratulations. If you lost access to Neo Bahamut, you lost access to one of the best summons in the game. Which reminds me, I kind of want to do a summon-only run for Final Fantasy VII. And Guardian Force only for 8. I kind of want to do a Guardian Force only run for 8, because that'd be really fun. But yes, just because some people keep saying things over and over again does not necessarily mean it's bad criticism. Uninstall the game, you liberal! Senator Dongo! Put it this way. I'll use another analogy from the firearms world. The Alien Lago. Cool firearm! Really neat system it functions off of. Everyone's criticized it for the price. Like, everyone has criticized it for the price, and is why the gun rarely sells. Like, when you release a handgun for $5,000, or at minimum $3,000, I'm gonna be honest, you're not looking for sales. You're looking for specifically the competitive shooting market, and the competitive shooting market, congratulations, your company won't last long unless you are basically getting contracts with major shooting teams. And in many cases, the competitive shooting market is targeting pretty much everywhere that is are targeting countries primarily in the United States and Europe, because those are the countries where you can own a target shooting pistol. Japan, you can own one, but it can't actually be capable of firing a standard projectile. It has to fire a pellet. Or it fires a .22 long rifle. So again, I use that analogy because it's basically pushing things so far that you're selecting a niche, you're selecting a market that is unattainable, unfinancially smart. It's the reason why if I ran a firearms company, I'd be trying to target major market while using the most effective means to create a durable handgun. Which in that case, it's polymer with usually stamped machine parts. Rather than subtractive manufacturing. You can actually use a lot about the firearms market to understand the general idea of every other market on the world. Be it video games, be it lumber, be it heck, dog food even. Even dog food, you can use it as a really good way to learn about how market appeal works. Also, you can use the downfall of Dungeons & Dragons for other tabletop RPG systems as a way to learn the basic lesson of you don't spite your most optimal market. Because there's a reason Hasbro has constantly pushed Magic the Gathering. It's currently pretty much their only major profitable system. Us again and again. Yep. Bingo. They're only surviving off name recognition only at this point, Alphine. And when you're trying to survive off of name recognition only, I'm gonna be honest, congratulations. Your company is not long for this world. It's a valid criticism, Maya. It's a valid criticism. That one is for Alpine and you to discuss civilly. I've made the point clear that there's a lot of stuff, and I've given enough examples to why I hold that criticism. Because I will be honest, there are some games that trying to appeal to a mass audience actively hinders it. I will be honest on that. That is genuinely true. That's the one opposite from from example the firearms market, where sometimes mass appeal, when you're talking a creative artwork, genuinely is a bad thing. Artwork that mass appeal artwork tends to lose itself. And that's what video games are. It is de facto artwork. But I can also think of a few examples from the firearms world where mass appeal has actively hindered people. That's Glock. Like, genuinely, there are some products Glock put out that they tried to go for mass appeal, and it didn't work. Looking at you, Glock 44. Which isn't in 44 Magnum, it's in 22 Long Rifle. Okay. I think we have one cart left. Why is it up there? Okay. Weird. Tactical repositioning octopus. Yeah, that's looked like what it was doing. Tap, 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 tap. I gotta heal the team. Finally, to get the Hornet again. Hornet's not that hard when you understand her moveset. And yes, I will get back to playing Silk Song. I just want to take a break from it for a while. I want my hands to stop being stupid, my joints in my hands. To calm down before I even try to play Silk Song again. Okay. Plus, I'm having a lot of fun playing through JRPGs right now. I'm gonna be honest, I am. Dude, good job. Good evade tactic. I have to scroll up to see chat. I kind of can't do that right now. Okay. People, you need to heal. If you have to retreat, retreat. I have a feeling they're not going to take the advice to grab the healing, but hey, it's worth it. I'm restocking. Wolf, can you take care of the bot? Thank you. He's too low on health. Pop this. There's a reason why I like free food and speed eater with wide range as a support build, and then people kind of look at me, it's like, why would you want that? Just do more damage. It's like, because I tend to play multiplayer with randos, and you'd be surprised how powerful it is just keeping your team alive. Okay. You got a paralysis, that's good. Okay. Pop that back on. It's running away. Gonna restock. Gonna restock as fast as I can. Okay. Gonna restock between encounters at this point. Pop this, heal them all. Heal. Pop this. We almost got it down. It's called, right now, I do not have a proper elemental gun for, New Erdra. And I really don't want to go through the painstaking process of crafting one. Because elemental ammo just kind of turned into one of the most broken things about bowguns. It's very powerful. Elemental ammo, at least for bowguns, has always been, weirdly enough, the best option. It's S&S that had elemental issues. Gogmazios' charge blade is literally just a sarcophagus. I'll bring him back up. Yeah, I think for Arc Tempereds, I'm playing the support build. For Arc Tempereds, I'm playing the support build. So you notice this went a lot better the moment we started being able to heal each other. Gonna pop this. Okay. Got it. I gotta heal. No! Oh, thank you. That would have been a very loud scream moment. That's one down. Okay, I've been going for about an hour. I'm gonna get up and stretch my legs. That... Man, so many of these charms are not that good. I have my finger on Tessa's nose and she's just licking my hand. Now I can finally see what the new Erdra armor has before I step away. Just realized this would fit the Samus Aran theme. Same with this. It would fit the Samus theme so much. Resentment, burst, counter-strike, speed eating, and ambush? Excuse me, but that's... Okay. That looks cool. Yeah, burst on that is kind of useful. So I'm gonna do the dance emote. I'll be back after I get my steppies in. I'll do this one. Actually, no. Where is the one I want? When did I get these? There we go. Fairly come. In. Okay, so I just got the mail, and I learned there is a $27 increase on SSI this year. That is the biggest increase I've seen. Social Security Disability is what it is. It's when you... SSDI is Social Security Disability Insurance, while SSI is Social Security Insurance, I think is the word for it. For when you are physically disabled. And I have been diagnosed physically disabled due to the combination of my joint issues, my asthma, and my COPD. I have tried working jobs before. It has always ended with me nearly dying. Because my body just decides to shut down. But that's the biggest increase I've seen. Which means I have a feeling a lot of people got kicked off of it who should not have been on it. I need wide range. Because, yeah, the main reason I am on disability is because of my medical issues. Medical issues are listed down below on Twitch if you want to know what they are. All the information about this stuff is on Twitch, down below, stuff like that. Reason I'm on is because every time I've tried to work a job, it's nearly killed me. And I was told from a young age that basically I would never be able to work a normal job, and the doctors were kind of correct. It's why I'm getting into the leather working, because I can actually do it without issue. So having a variety of things to work with, I can actually make it work. And that's kind of the main reason why I did that, because I'm trying to figure out stuff I can physically do to, well, have somewhat of an income. Because I'm going to be honest, it's not fun sitting at home doing nothing. And yes, I know I could volunteer, I could find places like that, But that's when we get into the issue of me not being the most immune system healthy. I'm not Iron Mouse level of immune system not functioning, but dang it, I'm getting there. I have 26 of those. What do I have I can run charm-wise? Now I need speed eating. Actually, I don't need speed eating. What I need is recovery up. This gives me ballistics and an opening shot. Focus has bolt, dragon. I can do a bandolier with ballistics. That puts me at 2. I don't have any of the focus gems I want. Ah, I dropped my controller. Okay. My hand literally just decided to go, hey, guess what? We no longer work. I need... You were talking about it too much, apparently. What was I talking about too much, apparently, Wolf? Oh, your hand. Yeah, my hand just decided to stop working for a minute. Okay. No, I don't want opening 3. I gotta find something better than that. Focus is probably still gonna be my better option. I can slap Focus Dragon. Okay, so now we gotta kit up our items. You might notice there's gonna be a lot of items in my item bar. There's gonna be a lot of items. Why is there gonna be so many items? Answer, I'm the team's dedicated healer. For the main reason of Mushroom Mancer. I am the team's dedicated healer now. Downside is I'm not running SNS. I mean, I could. I'm going to. Reinforce it. That... I'm not gonna lie, that's pretty good. I got a bonus 60 element, plus 5 attack, a sharpness of 30, and an affinity boost. That's actually pretty nice. I'm then going to do the only viable option I have right now. Where is guard? I need Iron Wall now. I know, I just kind of like running SNS with this to do, like, the complete build. The complete healer build. Doing a complete healer build I find hilarious. I'll start with bowgun if I need to speed if I need the speed of instant use, I will go to my SNS. So with that said, what we're going to do is go to any... I don't really feel like doing the arc tempered right now. I'd rather just do standard tempered. Or not standard tempered. I guess I have to do arc tempered. Do 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 do. Solo the noodles. No. I'm not soloing this noodle. I am literally playing a healer build. I'm pretty sure soloing is not possible if you're just dedicated healer. Anything is possible if you shoot enough. I mean, accurate. I mean, true and accurate. For real, for real. Zoomer speak is cursed. And if shooting it doesn't solve it, I'm pretty sure the answer is dynamite. I really want spare shot to come into this game, because it'd be really interesting with things like Tetrad shot and opening shot. I'm gonna use a potion. Ta-da! Running a healer build, it reminds me of how I would play in Wilds, in World. That'd be a way to do it, where it increases carry capacity of items. It'd be nice. I'm gonna give that man a heal. I'm also going to give us that. That. And that. Mushroom Addict. And people say playing the healer is bad. He got one shot though. I kind of can't fix getting one shot. Heroes never die. This is not League of Legends. I thought that was Mercy ult from Overwatch. Yes! Yeah, it is. That's also what it is. But Heroes Never Die was originally from League of Legends. Oh yeah, Legends never die. Man, I apparently can't read. Nor remember anything. It's getting to about 5 o'clock. This might be the last hunt of the night because I want to make some food and I want to let my throat relax. My throat is kind of killing me, and I'm starting amoxicillin tonight. So if I'm not back tomorrow, you understand I'm basically crashed out on. I've basically just crashed out, and I'm unconscious. Tomorrow will be more Metaphor, ReFantazio. I enjoy Metaphor. I enjoy playing RPGs right now. That's broken. I'm having a lot of fun doing it that way. Playing more role-playing games has honestly been better for my mentality as well. I'm starting to not hate Monster Hunter as much. Because yes, I have actively been hating playing Monster Hunter as of late. Not like hating the game or franchise, it's just playing it. And when I have to farm every armor for the YouTube shorts, I'm pretty sure all of you can understand. I'm dead. I'm pretty sure all of you can understand why I have not been having a fun time playing this game. Because I'm having to do the fights that I actively hate. My room is getting too dang hot. I'd open a window. No one could hate noodles. I mean, I'm having chicken noodle soup, but not chicken New Erda soup. And I will be doing a timer. I will probably set up a timer on OBS for like, okay, I've been active for an hour. I'm gonna do like a 5-minute break. Are you placing bombs? Okay. This has gone consistently better. Oh, I needed that cool air. I needed that cool air. Also, Decaf, Wolf, if you can tell Decaf, shoot me a call later tonight. I got something I want to ask him. I don't remember what, but I'll probably remember by then. I'm gonna give everyone a heal. Man, I can't wait for a set that makes free meal have an increased percentage. It's gonna make wide range builds so fun. Because, like, when we do the Wilds not the Wilds, the Worlds playthrough, my actual build is just gonna be wide range free meal, so I can force my friends to fight Tigrex for me. Yes, I will force Critter, and I will force Faithful if she joins us to fight Tigrex. It'll be fun. Give everyone a top and off. Give a top and off. Get topped off. I'm gonna heal everyone up. I did not realize how nice some cool air would be on my joints. Like, from being really hot, it's like, oh, that's a nice feeling. Max potion. And now I can close my window. I just hit my elbow. Ah, that hurt. Okay, he's topped out. Man, I love this build. I love this build. I feel like I'm actually, like, doing something for once. Screw your damage. I'm just gonna play this. You get a heal. You get a heal. Everyone gets a heal. You know what? I think if I take this into Gogmazios, I'd actually do pretty good. Heal. Heal. Because sometimes comfort skills are the most useful. There we go. Thought I could get it, but I failed. Pop everyone a heal. Not that. Oh no. Yep, capture. Good job. We got it. Told you, the moment I start being healer, good things happen. But that stream, I will be back tomorrow if I'm awake. Battle. So thank you everyone for watching. God bless. Be safe. I'm BundleOfCats, your 7 chaotic cats in a trench coat. Trying to sing Bohemian Rhapsody at the same time. No one I know is live right now, so that'll be stream. See y'all later.